Namaskar, good evening, and welcome to the 10th episode of Encounter with Alok, sponsored by Zozo DMC. Today, we already have a sponsor with us, Deepak Yadav. Namaskar, Deepak ji, pranam karta hu aapko. Kya haal hai?
Namaskar Alok, really good to have you.
Thank you. I will tell all my viewers later on why Deepak is here. First, जो हमारे guest हैं आज उनके बारे में बता दूं. You want to structure your lifestyle, your training, your eating habits, your rest, your recovery, your life organization in a manner that will support your body and building efforts. That's the brief introduction to a bodybuilding. So today we'll be having the first Indian bodybuilder, lady bodybuilder, winner of prestigious Pro Card International Federation of from bodybuilding. She has won various national and international awards. So let's connect in Delhi to Pitampura and talk to Rita ji. She will be here any minute. Let's see. We have sent her the invitation. So let's see when madam comes. So Deepak,
Alok,
how is
like
everything going on?
You got a really nice mug.
Oh yeah. It was on the Father's Day given by my
best
son.
Ever dad.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. So just Rita ji will connect at any time. Let's see. Yes, I see her invitation. Namaskar, madam, and good evening and welcome to my show. Really proud to host you today. And our sponsor, Zozo DMC, Deepak. He's
Namaskar, Rita ji. Kaise ho aap?
Namaskar. Thank you for having me, and I'm so happy to be along with you all.
Ma'am, it's a real honor to have you on the Encounter with Alok show. It's sponsored by Zozo DMC. And I was having a chat with Alok. So he was like, we're going to get Rita ji on the 10th episode because this is the most important episode for us. So I was like, I would personally like to thank her for coming on the show and making it much more bigger. So thank you very much for joining the show, ma'am.
Thanks to you also.
रीता जी, सबसे पहले तो मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि I feel proud and Zozo DMC feel proud to host you today. और आपने अपना बहुमूल्य आपने वक्त अपना दिया, उसके लिए मैं तहे दिल से आपको शुक्रिया और प्रणाम करता हूं. तो मैं आपको शो के बारे में समझा दूं. शो जो है 3 सेक्शंस में बटा हुआ है. जो फर्स्ट पार्ट होगा, द फर्स्ट पार्ट इज अबाउट योर जर्नी, अबाउट योर अचीवमेंट्स. द सेकंड पार्ट, it will be from travel part and pandemic section. The third part will be followed by a rapid fire round and your closing statement. You good to go, madam?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, very good. क्योंकि जनरली हम जानना चाहते हैं कि होता क्या है. मैं एक बार सेटिंग कर दूं अपना. जनरली हम जानना चाहते हैं कि होता क्या है, और जैसे काफी कड़ी मशक्कत के बाद हमारे इंडिया में खासकर बहुत टफ डिसीजन है जो आपने लिया. सो द फर्स्ट एनकाउंटर क्वेश्चन टू रीता जी विल बी दिस. What made you think to do bodybuilding and what challenges did you face to do it? Please tell us about your journey, madam.
Okay, actually, in the beginning, I was more from an academically oriented family. My father was in the Air Force and he was an education officer training pilots. So I had never really imagined, but we really respected physical fitness a lot. And I was into physical activities, whether it was, sports, general sports on field, but we couldn't have ever imagined bodybuilding in women. And it was after my son was already 15 years old. He was in the 10th standard. And unfortunately, he's an autistic child. And so, I had to, he suddenly wanted to have a body like some of the Bollywood stars, like most children do in their teenage. And since that was something which was coming from him for the very first time, because till then it was me who was always telling him to do this or that, or trying to guide him and train him. But this was something that came from him. So I thought that I must make a very, very, conscious effort to go further and help him out. And so I went along with him to the gym and started helping him with weights. But I faced a lot of opposition because in India, maybe 15 to 20 years ago, the people had, kind of a notion that women should not be doing weight training. They should be just sticking to light exercises or maybe doing household work, as so many women have been doing in the past, especially a generation ago from now. And so I faced a lot of opposition, and I read a lot about it so that I could speak and justify what I'm doing. And I actually went on to get certified and qualified for that. And then, I went on to, I realized that I have a lot of potential because I was doing very well. And then I started participating in a few competitions where I used to be the only one. So I got a lot of respect and adulation from the very beginning. And then I thought that this is a kind of a message to the society which I must give, and I must take it one step further. So I started representing India in international competitions, and then, I didn't look back. So that's how the bodybuilding journey started.
Very nice, ma'am. Very, very nice to hear that. And it's really good to see that. See, when you telling about your son doing research about you while conducting the interview, I came to know that you're working to spread awareness as well after you found that about the autism and help parents with special challenged children, what I call
Yes.
gifted children. So what kind of means challenges do you face? Because on one episode, I had Chanda ji, who spoke highly about, because she was also involved in doing these activities. And one of my friend, Nista, I always remember, and I have to call her at any point of time, means at some point in any episodes. So what challenges do you face in doing that?
Well, first of all, these children don't get acceptance. I have seen that people who have, or as the society is evolving and sensitizing, especially in India, we see that there is a lot of sympathy. I must stress on the word sympathy for people who are physically challenged. And there are provisions for them to sustain their livelihood. But then it is just sympathy. It is not respect in the real sense. People get, they respect these people who have handicapped in any way to gain a kind of popularity and show themselves as very philanthropic, but it is not inherent in their minds. It is not a part of them from deep inside. So when there is a person who is facing such challenges on the ground, they are really made fun of, and they don't get to be a part of the larger society. So they have the sympathy for them. They will try to insist, like on social media, that these people should get the privileges and respect, and they are glorified, but they are not accepted as part of the society in general. So when I went, when he was in school, they did not want him to be there, and it was a challenge to even keep him in school. And I had to really fight it out and be there in the school all the time to help other children and help him and try to streamline things for him. So, and in the society where children played together, parents did not want children to play with him, their children to play with him. So, he never got a real acceptance, from, within. It was just sympathy that they look from far off or glorify them on social media, but on the ground, that society, it needs a paradigm change.
Yeah, really, really, really happy to hear that, and really means a friend like you, a mother like you, that's very boldness. What the society should have and courage they should have. So third question we move to, ma'am, like following your pages as well, how did you end up doing Bharatnatyam, and what achievements did you get in that sector?
Bharatanatyam, I started when I was very small because my father, as I told you, he was in the Air Force and he was posted to Tamil Nadu and to Karnataka, where these arts are still very, very prevalent, and people, make a very conscious effort to teach their children, these arts. They haven't died. And so, it was very easy for me to get access to very, very good teachers and gurus, and I started. And then after my son was diagnosed with autism, almost 20 years I didn't really do anything. My focus was 100% on him. And then now this was an incomplete chapter in my life. So since the last few years I have I have connected to the Tamil Nadu Bhavan in Delhi, and I have got in touch with a very, very good guru, and so I've been able to restart this journey. So I am now getting my qualification from Tamil Nadu University. I'm giving the examinations, and I'm in the process of completing my Arangetram, which is a very elaborate public performance. And also I have won a few competitions and done performances. Wow. That is an ongoing process. It's always going on.
Amazing. Sounds astonishing. Very good. So
it is difficult at this age, where it is not easy because you need a very young body to form the body in the first place. And so, in the process, because I have done bodybuilding and Bharatanatyam, recently I have even started Kalaripayattu, which is a martial art, Indian martial art. Wow. And so, these arts, they help each other. So, and it is also a fitness, it's part of my fitness journey, that you should be very complete in your fitness. So you should be able to do anything at any age.
No, let me tell you one thing, like you said, it's not easy at this age. Ma'am, you look fabulous. Don't worry. Your age looks similar to me. Don't worry for that. So moving to the next question, like you've been awarded the title of World Peace Ambassador by the Work Hard Foundation, affiliated to United Nations. And then you have also awarded as a doctorate by United Nations in the field of diplomatic mission and women and child empowerment. So can you focus on that?
Yes, the World Peace Ambassador title was given to me by Work Hard Foundation. So they promote there are 7 values of peace, like love, gratitude, giving, truth, honesty. There are these values which the people who are already there, in public space, they want them to promote these values by way of their work and use various platforms whenever needed, and by example, by virtue of example also, to promote these values. And so they tell us to come forward, and they give us these titles so that whenever there is a mission, we can stand up and promote, helping needy people. So in that capacity, Work Hard Foundation has been very kind to consider me worthy of that. So I'm very grateful for that. And as far as the United Nations diplomatic mission, they have seen how I have been through my journey helping my child, and single-handedly I have been doing bodybuilding. So they actually, through the embassy, they saw my entire track record of my academic achievements and helping to promote Indian culture and sport and mental health. So since my contribution was there in many fields, and along with my child as a woman, so as a respect for that, they gave me an honorary doctorate.
Wow, very good in field of empowerment and child essence. Very good. So madam, moving to next question, which is a general question everywhere now in the world, not only in India, everywhere in the world, it comes to pandemic. So the cases in India are gradually increasing day by day. First it was 100, 200, now 65,000, 66,000 in a day. It's crossing, what we are seeing, it might cross US very easily, I think now. So yes, what challenges are people in India facing? क्या दिक्कतें हो रही हैं और क्या हो रहा है? क्योंकि I will be honest to you on this platform. I want to tell everyone that my family, they got infected as well through Corona. First, my brother got infected. then my mother got infected, my brother, papa, his son, my bhabhi, everyone got infected. So first, what they did, first, as a true citizen, they phoned everyone, they informed, don't come in touch. The first line of control they did that, किसी को हमारे पास आना नहीं है और सब दूर से ही रहो, फोन करो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, और जो जो हमारे टच में आए हैं प्लीज अपना टेस्ट करवाओ. तो पहले 2 दिन तो मैं खुद डर में था. एक हदस कहते हैं, हदस से बुखार हो गया उनको, means symptoms और बढ़ गए. So I got scared as well. But I spoke to a doctor, and she's also known as Rita Singh. So, and she's my very good friend. So, and Satyajit Sinha, these 2 doctors, they are very close to my heart. They said, don't worry, you just keep going what they are doing. Just tell them, be normal, take care, isolate, और फिर अपना काम करते रहें. लेकिन आदमी इतना डर गया है, तो हमें क्या करना चाहिए मैडम, और आप क्या सोचती हैं, और किस तरह से हम इससे उबरे?
No, the WHO is giving guidelines always. Definitely, I feel that whatever activities you're planning now, there should be no public activities. And, you know, at this time, the most important thing is to stay alive for the next 6 months. Everything can be postponed. First of all, this. The second thing is that, like we are doing an online interview, it is a time to introspect. Believe me, I have been able to do far more amount of work and learn much, much more than I could have ever imagined, you know, in the pre-corona period. I have done so many online classes. I am now in the process of writing a book. You know, incidentally, it was Kalpana ji who inspired me to write a book, because I had been writing articles in the last 3 years. Every month in 3 magazines. I was working very hard, but those magazines, people see pictures and put them away. So she said that you must write a book where you get the credit and it stays with you like a legacy. So there is a lot of work which I have been able to rethink and restart and introspect. So we can use this time very positively to reconstruct our own self. And when it comes to what we can do, we know that this cannot stay forever. Science has advanced a lot. You know, even in the 1920 pandemic, people just developed immunity when there was no science or technology has developed. We couldn't have even imagined. So we know that sooner or later, 6 months, 1 year at the most, we are going to get 100% control over it. So we should look at this time very positively and try to find alternative ways and prioritize a lot in life. But to go in public, you know, without the guidelines of WHO is not advisable at all. You must be comfortable, you know, try to develop your mindset in such a way that I will wear my mask. And especially in India, people should be washing their hands very, very often. One of the problems in India is that people are, you know, they take it very, very casually. They're not very particular about it. In the rural areas, even if they are, they don't, you know, they have to prioritize their hunger, and they're not at fault with that. There is a very, very, very poor section in India, and that rural section is very difficult to control them. They don't have space. They have no option but to go out and work. So I really wish that the government looks into that, at least, you know, as far as taking care of their medical facilities and food, basic amenities are concerned.
No, really good, Rita ji, telling this. And please, on this platform and podium, I would like to request everyone who are in India and entire world who will be watching this episode, please follow the government guidelines. Wash your hand for 20-second rule. Please do that. जैसे एक कहावत थी ना कि जो डर गया सो मर गया, अब ये उल्टा हो गया, जो डर गया वही बच गया. So stay safe and be safe. So going back to the 5th question of the first round, this is the last question. When you participated in the first bodybuilding competition, what was the support of your family? वो कैसा था? I would love to know that, and my audience would love to know that. किससे support मिला? क्या क्या हुआ? Please, if you could focus on that. Over to you, Rita ji.
Okay, everybody's story is different, actually, because my son, since he had a problem, and I was looking, my mother also at a young age, from my childhood, she had schizophrenia. So my parents had died by then, and I was like literally all by myself. So it was a fight from within me, which actually pushed me into doing it. Maybe if I had the support, then I might have not done it in the first place. I don't know, maybe in my subconscious mind, I was trying to prove something, because I have faced so much of opposition in whatever I have done. And after my son was born, I spent almost 20 years doing nothing except him. And in India, the kind of opposition I faced just for doing weight training, I am an unconventional person by nature, and I do things which are different always. So it was actually all by myself, and I really had no support. एक किस्म की जिद्दी हूँ मैं. So maybe was it puri kari maine, that's all. But later on, like now, a lot of girls, at that time there was no woman bodybuilder. A lot of women now come forward and tell me that it was because of you that we realized we started weight training, we are trying to be fit. So that gives me a lot of happiness that my child, I couldn't get the support. And but a lot of girls have been inspired, and a lot of changes have been seen, after I started and looking at me. So that gives me a lot of peace.
Wow, you are a fighter, Rita ji. What a fighter! Like my name is Alok Singh. तो लोग कहते थे सिंह है सिंह, but you are real king. आपके जज्बे को सलाम है रीता जी. बहुत बढ़िया. तो पहला राउंड इसी तरह हम खत्म करते हैं, समाप्त करते हैं, और समाप्ति के बाद you have scored full marks. That's very good, Rita ji. Thank you. Moving to round number 2 is based on your travel part. So, best vacation you have ever taken till now?
I think I have not gone for vacation, but I have traveled a lot for my competitions. I've traveled to US, I've been to Europe, I've been, traveled to so many countries. But I think Singapore is a beautiful place. Thailand is very relaxed. I went there for Asia Fitness Convention, and Europe is beautiful. I have a cousin brother in US, and I long to go to US again. We have wonderful gyms there. So every place has its own charm. I've really never gone out for an occasion, and believe me, now that you have asked me, I've never been asked a question like this. This is also something for me to introspect, that wow, I've really never gone for a vacation. And I've traveled for work, and in the process, like last year I went for watching the Mr. Olympia contest to Las Vegas, and I stayed 2 days extra to see the Grand Canyon. That was a very, very beautiful experience. So I have kind of clubbed it, whenever I have traveled abroad.
No, I will suggest you to go on the vacation. You know which place? Come to Scotland. I will show you Scotland. It's a mini version of Switzerland. It's beautiful. Whenever you are here, you'll be my guest.
I will.
No,
my son studied for 4 years in UK, in London and Leeds, but
wow.
I always went for him. So as I told you, I never traveled for vacation, but I've seen a bit of that, and I visualize that Scotland must be. I'm sure the next time we have a talk like this, I will say that the best vacation was Scotland.
Oh, thank you so much, madam. Love you for this. Okay, so for example, if you have to promote India as a destination, what would you think? क्योंकि हमारे आजकल India भी means people are coming out, like inbound, outbound. So people going from here to India. What places do you want them to see?
I think that Kerala is very picturesque, and it's very beautiful. It has a lot of Indian culture to display. And the South Indian states have retained their legacy and the heritage very well. So Kerala is one place, and the second place, Northeast India. I have myself not seen, but I really long to see that sometime in my life, because I believe it's very untouched and very pure. even now. So Northeast is also, I think it can make a great tourist destination.
Good. I like when you said that they have retained their legacy and heritage. That's very competent word, very nice word to hear that. And we move to round number 3 now. You have done pretty well in round number 2. Now we move to round number 3, which is a rapid fire round. You good to go, madam? Let's have some fun, yeah? Okay. So the encounter question for rapid fire round 2, Rita ji, will be this: Twitter or Instagram?
Instagram.
Favorite sports?
Bodybuilding.
What's your biggest addiction?
Addiction, health food.
Health food. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Strong in the mind, very spiritual, and very loving.
Wow. Favorite hobby?
Reading.
Reading. If you had to change your name, what would it change it to?
Aparajita.
Oh my God. Very nice. What is the last dream you remember?
I dreamt that my father is still alive.
Wow. Very good. Sing a song that comes to your mind right now.
न जाने क्यों होता है ये जिंदगी के साथ, अचानक ये मन किसी के जाने के बाद करे फिर उसकी याद छोटी छोटी सी बात, न जाने क्यों.
वाह, बहुत खूबसूरत आवाज, बहुत सुंदर. Okay, now you have to arrange what you like the most, उसको ऊपर रखना है, and what you dislike the most, उसको नीचे. Italian, Indian, Spanish, Chinese, food wise. Italian, Indian, Spanish, Chinese.
Indian, Italian, Spanish, Chinese.
So Chinese at the end in the time of pandemic. Okay. And the last question for encounter rapid fire round is: what is one thing you can't live without?
Exercise.
Oh my God. Very good. You have done pretty well in rapid fire round as well. You know, when people say, come on, you do, because I have my businesses, restaurants and travel companies. So I go here and there, but no time. My wife says, come on, go to gym, go do that. I feel so sluggish doing that. I don't know how people means I talk to myself, how the hell do they go and do the gym and these all? But now I realize the importance, because now I've started doing, seeing you, now I will start doing that. No, really good. Madam, बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करके. Closing statement जो आप मेरे viewers को देना चाहेंगी. Please, your closing statement to the world, madam. Everyone is listening to you.
Okay, I think that fitness is the foundation for everything. And if you are a fit and strong person, you can explore your potential and live your life to the fullest till the last date without being dependent on anybody. And the gift of life is so precious that every single day is important. We don't want to spend our last days, being dependent on somebody. So keep yourself strong, fit, and live a healthy lifestyle.
Thank you, Rita ma'am, for coming on my show. And I want to thank Kalpana ji, who made me in touch with you. Kalpana ji, thank you so much for doing this. Thank you, madam. And I feel proud to host you on my show. Dhanyawad, namaskar, and dhanyawad.
Dhanyawad aapko bhi, and thank you to Kalpana. I will call her and thank her, personally.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.